Hello VIP students, this is a video on how to charge, discharge, use our batteries with safety in mind. So first thing you're going to do is turn on the power extension board that power the monitors and the chargers. Make sure before you leave the room, shut down all the power to make sure there's no potential fire hazard. These are the batteries we use. These are 3 cell, which means 3 cells connected in series. It has a nominal voltage of 11.1 volt, which is when all the cells are at their nominal voltage at 3.7, and when they're fully charged, each cell would be 4.2 volt, which means the whole cell, the whole battery pack would be 12.6 volts. So this is the main power cord. You can see it's got a pretty beefy connection to pass through a lot of current. Now this is unprotected, so if you accidentally put a pin between these two, this will cause a short and there will be hundreds of amps flowing through it and potentially causing a fire. And this is smaller. These smaller ones give you direct access to the individual cells. This is a balancing port. It's for when charging. Make sure each of the cells are charged to the same level because there can be slight variations in the internal resistance. Now, in order to charge a battery, you want to, there are 2 chargers. Each charger has 2 ports. Any one you use is fine. So you see there's a little indentation here on this balance port, and that goes to this little indentation here with a negative being on the most left side. You can't really plug it in any wrong way. To make sure you find this little indentation on the left. I'm going to plug that in firmly, and then you want to plug this in also. Notice there's a direction to it. One side is square, the other side is more triangular. Make sure to match the shape here, or you can't really plug it in the wrong way. Okay, now we want to make sure the charger configuration is correct. You can see that it's set to 3 cell. Each cell is currently the measured voltage is between 3.68 and 3.74, so this is a reasonably healthy battery at its nominal charge. If you see like one cell being 0 volt or like maybe 2.5 volt, then it means the battery is either severely over discharged or it's broken, so don't use it. So long as it's more or less consistent within, I'd say 0.2 volts or so, the cell is good. And make sure you choose 3 cell. Don't try to charge it as a full cell. I think the charger will let you also. So like the left side of the screen corresponds to the left port, and there are 3 little buttons here. You want to long press the middle one, and that'll tell you. So make sure we're trying to do charging, and this is a LiPo battery, which is short for lithium polymer battery. Condition 4.2 volt, cells 3. Now, because we also have other types of batteries in this lab, it may be default to something that's different. So we want to make sure that it's changed to the correct one. Now, what's the maximum charging rate? Okay. You see, charging with 1C rate is recommended. Never charge over 2C charge rate. So 1C means, like it says, 5200 milliamp hours. So 1C would be at 5.2 amp charging current, and 2C would be 10.4. So let's charge at 1C just for the longevity. If you are really, if you have a like a demo in 20 minutes and they have a battery, you can charge at 2C. Okay, so long press here. Let's set the current to be 5. If you want to set it to something else, you can sort of go through this continuous list at the increment of 0.1 amp. Now we want to do 5 amp. Select yes. Now I want to start. Okay, and now this is charging. This is a current charging amp. You see it's ramping up to 5 amp. 3 cell, and the fan has kicked on. Right now we have putting around 13 milliamp hour. The internal charging temperature for this is 40 degrees Celsius, 104 Fahrenheit, and these are the current cell voltage. Now you don't necessarily have to wait till the charging is over. You can stop it. Like if it's already 4.14, then it would enter. So like right now it's 5 amps. It's charging at a full rate. It's doing that through charging through the main course directly. But after it's almost full, it'll enter a balance mode where it tries to charge the undercharged cells, and the current would go a lot lower. So that's completely normal, nothing's wrong. It's just that it's trying to top off and balance. If you just need a battery, you can stop it and then just use the battery. In order to stop it, you can long press and then you say let's stop. Okay, and then you can just unplug the battery and you're good to go. Now, if you over discharge this battery to something like below 3.6, 3.5, then it can irreversibly damage the battery. It may show up at 0 volts, or this may be seriously bulging. You can see that this is mostly flat, there's no problem. If it starts to become like this, then you don't want to use that. Okay, so in order to prevent that, we have what is called a beeper. So this is a beeper. It beeps. You can see here, this is where the this is where the negative side is. Okay, you want to plug that in the negative side of the charging port. I'm sorry, not the charging port, the balancing port, right? The top is the red one, that's the positive side. Okay, so you want to line this up. You want to plug this in. Okay, you can hear it beep, and it's going to iterate through each cell's voltage. Cell 2, cell 3, 3.76, or the total is 11.2. Okay. In addition to that, it will beep when the battery is drained below a set voltage. How do you set that voltage? There's a little button here. If you press it, okay, it's at 3.6, which is okay. We want to kind of stay above 3.5-ish. Now, it didn't beep now, but if it did drop below that voltage, it'll start to beep very loudly. So when you hear that beep, just shut off the car, save all your remaining work, and change to a new battery. Let me plug this into a different one. Okay, this one is a little lower. You see how it's beeping? Okay, this is what's going to happen. So, right, it's set to 3.6, and then when it's cycling through each cell, it found that first cell is 3.58, which is lower than 3.6, so it's beeping. Okay, this is when you would unplug and then start charging this battery. Okay, just want to go over that quickly. Okay, I'm gonna plug this in. Okay, and we're just gonna, you see this one is a little low, 3.5, so this is dangerously close. Let's just start charging. Okay, and we'll leave it for the time being. Now, before you leave the lab, please make sure to unplug everything and turn everything off. Okay, and also please make sure to clean the lab. If you unhooked any cables, make sure they are neat and well organized. Okay, thank you very much.